Okay then, Helldivers, we are back and we have got loads to go over today as we have successfully completed the major order. A little bit of a later upload today as this one took a while to complete, but nonetheless we are here and we're going to give you guys the success message. On top of that, we also have a brand new Strommen news to show you guys, and this one incriminates the Baskinator quite greatly. We're also going to take a look at feedback suggestions from B Vitamin, who states the way that you guys may be able to get your voices heard, and we're going to take a look at a few things happening over on the Reddit. Overall, quite an interesting day today. If you haven't already, make sure you smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. And make sure you check out our sponsor, Instant Gaming, the platform where you can get your video games cheaper for PC and console. The link is down in the description. It's a no-brainer right now. Monster Hunter Wilds is only 40 Great British pounds. It's dirt cheap, and we're covering it here on the channel as well, in case you haven't noticed. But with that being said, we're doing the giveaway. Yellow love heart in the comment section. That's all you got to do. It'll enter you in, and we're going to announce the winner for the top bundle of super credits tomorrow. With all that waffle out of the way, let's dive into the game and see exactly what it is that's happening on the Galactic War map. So starting off, we have a massive success message coming in, which we definitely did not deserve because we were definitely due to fail this one for sure. But anywho, this one states right here: against all odds, the Helldivers managed to repel the automatons' assault on both fronts. Jolheim and Dumataya have been saved thanks to the Helldivers. The moderately feeble young adults of good citizen Andrews have been evacuated, and the imminent fleet-wide deployment of the MD8 gas mines have been ensured. The automatons continue to harry our galactic flank, taking resources from other fronts. Our Federation will never be safe until every automaton is dismantled. Now, this is actually huge, and why is it huge? Well, if you head on over to your control panels, you can now see on your stratagem ship management listing, you can go ahead and purchase the beautiful gas mines that we have all been waiting for, which now means you guys can actually run a full gas build, including grenade, weapon, backpack, orbital, and now we've also got the mines. There is going to be gas flying around all over the bloody place, and you guys are going to have a load of fun with some builds with this one. So get into the game and do enjoy everything that it brings to the table. Now, typically at the point of uploading this video, we just got a new major order briefing, and we've got this one right here. It's quite an interesting one, including the Meridian Singularity. It states, the Meridian Singularity continues its relentless advance towards the heart of our Federation. The much beloved planet of Moradesh may soon be the next celestial victim of the illuminate's tyrannical avarice. The imperiled planet is the site of the Moradesh research facility, where heroic scientists once devised the means by which to save our citizens from the Terminid supercolony. Trace amounts of dark fluid have recently been discovered in the facility's ventilation systems. Its study could lead to new breakthroughs in our understanding of the Illuminate's current schemes. But time is short, and the Helldivers must delay the Singularity's advance as much as possible. However, Moradesh is not the only planet under threat. The automatons have launched a surprise attack on Clarel, seeking to take control of the Deep Mantle Forge complex that our citizens worked so hard to build. Should it fall, there is no telling what use the automatons will put towards. The Helldivers are once again charged with choosing where to prioritize Liberty's defense. Now, this is so damn concerning, because when we actually take a look at the table, it looks a bit like this. The major order currently is to hold Clarel when the order expires and defend against 8 attacks from the Illuminate. Now, we can't do both. So this is bloody concerning as to what the hell is going to be happening right here. We have got things popping up all over the place, with Mesa still having hold. We have got over here, Clarel is being attacked massively with the Deep Forge complex being a target. Currently, the Ballistica is obviously still under attack, and currently Short Bay has still got its big movement with the Jet Brigade factories still in place. This is absolutely nutty, because at the same time, Moradesh is going to be under attack, and we need to save them by attacking through these invasion campaigns from the Illuminate. Which one will you guys pick? Well, you guys are going to have to let me know via the comment section below, because this is all getting a little bit crazy and things are happening all over the place. Let's see where it is that this one takes us. Let's head back to the video. Moving on though, we have now got a Strawman news article which has made its way around the rankings, and you may well have seen this on your Super Destroyer about how the illuminate actually returned. And overall usage for this one is quite a complicated one, but it ended with mind-controlled scientists, and that's correct. You will notice that the Baskinator is sitting quite partially on the sidelines there. She has obviously been implicated as an illuminate mind-controlled community manager. I absolutely love this sort of stuff. I think it's hilarious. But on a second note, we are going to take a look at what this one says right now. Check this out.
Good evening. I'm your host, Coretta Kelly. Further evidence reveals how the Illuminate used the Meridian Singularity to enable their return. The destruction of the Terminid supercolony earlier this year appears to have created a wormhole, which the Illuminate were able to use to force entry into our galaxy. Experts speculate that following the end of the First Galactic War, Illuminate refugees fled outside the Milky Way, trapping themselves in intergalactic space. Until now. An investigation is underway to determine if the scientists responsible for the development of the dark fluid bombs used to destroy the supercolony were secretly under Illuminate mind control the entire time. Coming up next, a teenager's homemade surveillance post finds dissident activity right in their own neighborhood. Stay tuned.
Very interesting and very funny indeed, and they're probably one of my more favourite advertisement packs coming from Arrowhead, so keep those Strawman news reports coming, Arrowhead, keep them coming. Moving forward though, a lot of you guys were wondering how you can actually be able to push through your ideas. Now, at the moment, it does seem that Arrowhead are absolutely bustling with workloads. We're going to take a look at something that B-Vitamin has just stated, and this is quite a lengthy one going into report for it. It states, the developers have a lot of ideas and plans already with workloads full to bursting. Development has very long lead times, and it wouldn't really be cool to open up suggestion forms without being able to make an earnest effort to read and consider the ideas that get sent to us. If you suggest ideas or suggestions to the submit forms, either through Dino or Sony's, those ideas are not really going to reach us at all, because the feedback sent there is considered into easily digestible reports that are shared with the team. If you have a real banger of an idea, maybe you can send it to Reddit if it gets upvoted enough to reach the front. Sometimes the devs read the Reddit and they might see it, but of course there's no guarantee that they'll be considered. So obviously for those of you guys who are using that feedback form as a way to give us some sort of ideas, it may not actually be the case, because it does get condensed down and used towards their meetings. So maybe don't fill up all of those feedback forms if you're not wanting to give feedback and you're just wanting to give ideas. That should help quite a lot with the game. And talking about ideas, there are quite a few that have managed to hit the Reddit so far, some of which have gained some massive traction when we take a look at what is going on. This first one right here states, I hate fast enemies, so I drew a fast enemy for the Illuminate. This is the Needle. Now this looks absolutely terrifying, but I can actually imagine it in the game, something which would be quite cool. And considering the Illuminate are a new enemy force to Helldivers 2, we obviously have a lot of the old style enemies coming from Helldivers 1, a new perk point to the actual enemy race would be absolutely incredible, and I would open this one up with open arms. Bring on that fast enemy. It will drive me nuts, but I think it'd be pretty cool. This next one right here is an arm wrestling minigame. Now we all love minigames, and we all love when the Super Destroyer will obtain stuff like this, but this right here is an arm wrestling minigame. It states, hey Arrowhead, been enjoying the game for a long time now, and I've been thinking about another way to boost morale after spreading democracy. I was thinking on board of the destroyers next to the administration center would be a good spot to tuck an arm wrestling minigame for democracy. Now this could work really, really well actually, and I think it would be quite an interesting usage, and a lot of people have spoke about having minigames on the Super Destroyer, and now we know that they're also quite open to expanding how big the destroyer is. It could really open up to quite a nice little central hub for you and your squadron. Let me know if you'd utilize this or if you wouldn't via the comment section below. And this one right here is a mod that seems to have made its way around the ranks, and it looks, well, very interesting, and I think this is something that the Arrowhead team should definitely implement, because black and yellow is literally their Helldivers colors. It states right here, oh my god, make it yellow is one of the greatest things ever to happen to this game. Now obviously this is a mod and it's not actually in the game, you can't actually get it, but I think that this would be a really cool thing to add on in. Just having a universal skin where you can take absolutely anything and just make it yellow would be absolutely incredible. I think that they genuinely have have turned out really well, and some of these mods should genuinely be considered to be actually put into the game. I mean, it's not like they're not already written up, and they're actually available for moderation points, so it should be something that Arrowhead can do quite easily. I mean, the code's already there, man. The code's already there. Nonetheless, though, there's some cool stuff that has been happening inside the game, and you guys had a lot to say in the last video with regards to your opinions. This first one right here in the top comments states, I like the idea of a survey drone stratagem. You could pilot it to survey the area, ping targets and take pictures like a photo mode, but at the same time your Helldiver is in a vulnerable state while using it. Now this could be actually quite useful, like a scouting drone to a degree. Obviously it wouldn't work as a photo mode because obviously you can't pause the actual war, but it would be pretty cool to be able to scout out areas and move around in that narrative. I don't think it would be overly useful, but it could definitely help with marking certain areas that are maybe a little bit more hidden. Next up, this states right here, been an interesting month. Bug attacks, bot attacks, a truce, entering the gloom. This will be a month to remember. I actually think that genuinely the Helldivers game itself is definitely taking into a different stride for where it's at, and for me personally, in all honesty, I think that from this point forward everything is pretty much going to be like this. It's been like this now since December, a couple of quiet periods, but overall it's been pretty frantic to say the least, so this may well be the game that we are dealing with now. And this final one right here is a bloody lengthy one, so make sure that you buckle in for this because it's quite a long message. It states, Hi Cloud, a week or two before the Illuminate arrived, I was in-game where someone was trying out some of the new stuff to come. He had summoned in a Jeep, a Wasp, still unreleased at the time, and I think he had a new primary as well as another new stratagem called the Barricade. I wasn't streaming at the time, but I rushed to the stream setup to hit start halfway through the mission, so I missed the playing around with the Jeep, so on and so forth. But essentially what this message wants to bring attention to is the fact that there are quite a lot of stratagems still in the in-game files that are yet to have been released, and I think this is quite an interesting concept because there's a lot of things that we didn't know were actually coming that ended up actually appearing, whereas there are some things in the in-game files that are not yet here or even spoke about. Now, one thing after speaking to the development team that I do want to bring to your guys' attention is that the in-game files are pretty much a massive cesspit. There is a lot in there, some things that were scrapped, some things that are just ideas, some things that are just the developers playing around, some things that are actually due to come into the game, but being able to decipher which ones are which are pretty much going to be impossible. This runs along the board, including full weapon customization, armor customization and variants. We have loads of different concepts of new stratagems. Some things may not actually make its way through, so when we do take a look at leaks, do make sure you wear it on with a pinch of salt because sometimes it just may never actually make an appearance. But a very cool thing indeed for you guys to be seeing if you are going in with some of those people. It's quite a cool little experience, but don't take nothing away from it that you may actually get too excited about. Nonetheless though, unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today. A bit of a later video, and I do apologise for making you wait this morning, but thanks again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, post notifications turned on. Appreciate your faces, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.